bars that I beat.
Show off, yeah. I just wanna show you off. Show off, yeah. I just wanna show you off. I just wanna show you off.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Cierra Nakèl. Welcome to my channel. We're gonna get right into the video. I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys can comment more videos that you want to see from me. Also need you to hit that notification bell so you can get updated when I post a video. We're gonna get straight into it. So if you follow me on Instagram, also follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna have my handles in the description. But if you follow me on Instagram, you know I did a poll asking my followers what was the first video that you guys wanted to see, and it was between me doing a story time on when my client passed out, or giving advice or like intel on cosmetology school and like taking a state board. Everyone voted story time when my client passed out, so go get your popcorn, go get your phone, go get your wine, whatever you're sipping on, and let's get into the video. Before we start, I got like a candle. Candles are like my thing. My girlfriend actually bought this one. It's Shea Honey and Almond. It smells so fucking good. Like, to me it smells like baby powder. And I just love like shit like that. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I love it. So we're gonna light our candle, set the vibe for our story time, and then we're gonna get right into it. Period. Got my little plane with the orange in. No, okay, so if you don't know, I am a nail tech. I know a lot of people probably thought like I was a CNA. I am not a CNA. I am a full-time nail tech. And this is a story of when my client passed out. So it had to be 2019. Yeah, it was 2019. And I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Thanksgiving. I don't remember if it was actual Thanksgiving Day or the day before Thanksgiving. And I remember I was so upset because I waited too late to close my books off. If you're an entrepreneur, you know how that be. Like, sometimes you be so busy you forget holiday is coming up and they already done got you. And I'm not a person that really like to cancel, so you know I ended up blocking it off, but I ended up going through with the clients that I had. So I only had 2 clients that day because I ended up blocking it off so I could spend the rest of the time with my family. So it's crazy because I don't even remember. I was so traumatized that I don't even remember like my first client and how her appointment went. But the client that it actually happened on was my second client. So we're gonna give her a name. We're gonna name her Cierra. So Cierra comes to our appointment. Mind you, Cierra is a regular. Cierra's been coming to me for a while now, and you know I'm used to doing her nails. This has never happened. You know, it never happened. Like, we're usually vibing. We're usually talking. You know, about, you know, if you booked me before, you know what we'll be talking about. But yeah, so she comes in or whatever, and I make a small talk like, how are you? How have you been? Are you excited for the holidays? Whatever. So sit down, we get into it. So she was getting her old set soaked off and then getting a new set put on. So y'all, so I'm just doing that because this is crazy. Like, this really happened to me. Like, I was really, like, when I say debriefer before I get into this story, when I say I was like so fucking traumatized, or like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was very much so traumatized because I had a nightmare. Like, after this shit happened, I had a nightmare about it. It was so much. Mind you, this day I am the only person that's in the shop. I work in the shop, but we all have like our own suites. So given nobody would be in the business anyways, but with the situation like that, I could go and be like, help me, you know, like somebody.
Help me, nigga.
You know, like somebody else and there's a lot of older women. So yeah, so I was the only person there given. I said it was a holiday. Most of them don't work on holidays, and I'm usually the only person there. You know, she comes in and we're talking, so I'm soaking off her set. And when I'm doing nails, I don't really like look at people, and I'm really kind of like, I'm not a person like, I'll glance at you, you know, I don't know, like to me that's weird, like, because I don't like when people like stare at me. So I don't be trying to stare at nobody and then you right in that person's face, like you're right, and then it's like you catch me looking at you and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, that shit weird. So especially because I'm working. So yeah, so I'm just following the old enhancements down, and you know, I'm getting ready to put them in an acetone. Mind you, like when I'm working, how I'm positioned, my head is always like down because literally I'm looking at what I'm doing. So I can't really have my head up and be like fully attentive to my client, because it's like I gotta see what I'm doing. So I just remember I got like her bows set up, like I warm my bows up and I put the acetone in there. So one hand I just got done filing it down, and as I'm like finishing that hand, no, she put that hand in the bow, so that one's soaking, so I'm working on her last hand. So I get to filing it down so that it can go to the acetone and it can soak. All I see is like, but I'm not, mind you, my head's down, I'm not really looking, so all I can see is like, I just kind of see her head going down like this. But mind you, you could be doing, like, I have clients, they be digging for stuff, they be like, in the time too, I'm not thinking about like, what the fuck is going on, like, you know, whatever. So I just see her head going down like that. Something like told me, the way her hand was positioned, like it felt like she wasn't in control of her hand, so something was like, look up. As I'm looking up, I'm continuing to see her head go down. So I'm like, are you okay? Mind you, this is her eyes, like her eyes are like straight open like this, like, you know, what the fuck, I don't know what's happening. So she responded, she was like, yeah, I'm okay. But that had threw me off, because I'm like, bitch, you okay? Like, well, what are you doing? I don't think she knew that she wasn't okay, because by that time, you know, her hair was in acetone. I'm like, oh baby, you can't be okay, like your hair is in acetone. Literally, when I say this Cierra, she did not say anything for, it's crazy because I can't even pinpoint a time, like how long, because she's just laying in a bowl of acetone right now because I don't know what to do. So you know how it be like on shows where it be like, you know, people freeze and you'll be like, just go bitch, go, like you got time. Literally, that shit is real, because you freeze, like you don't know what to do, like something just comes over your body and it's just like, oh, I'm stuck, like I don't, what the fuck. So mind you, before all of this, in school we never learned anything like that, you know what I'm saying? We never learned like, what do you do in case of an emergency like that, you know? We learned about cuts and like when you cut somebody and stuff like that, but I've never in my life learned about what do you do when somebody pass out. And like common sense would be call 911, but y'all, I'm gonna just tell y'all what was going on through my head. So I'm froze, like her head is sitting right there in the acetone. She's not saying anything, she's not speaking, eyes wide open, she's not blinking. So I get to freaking out, like I don't know how long she was like that, because time felt so I don't know, like I feel like if I say a minute, it could have not been a minute, it could have been quicker than a minute. You know what I'm saying? Time felt so slow. Like it felt like it probably, like I say 5 minutes, but I doubt she was laying there for 5 minutes. Or even a minute, because a minute is pretty long. Like, so she is laying there in acetone, and literally once I get like unfroze, my heart gets to going like, so I get to freaking out like, oh my god, like is she dead? What the fuck? What, like, mind you, this person is of another race. So, and I'm big on that. So it's like, I'm like, they don't think I killed her, like her family. But I know it's not me, but like in the moment you feel like it's you. Like it's like, this is my responsibility, like this person is dead, what the fuck? Like, oh my god. So it's like, I don't want to call 911. Like, oh my God, if I call 911, like, what I'm gonna say? What I'm like, I don't know. I'm a wreck, so I'm like, what the fuck? Like, mind you, y'all, I would never. I be having to say that because people just be slow. Like, when you're in a state like that, a lot of shit goes through your mind, and you may personally think you will act a different type of way, but you don't know until you're put into that situation. So I'm freaking out. Mind you, that was 2 years ago. I was a baby in my business. Like, I had just started doing nails. So coming from school, you know, and then that, and then, you know, I never dealt with nothing like that. So I am nervous as fuck. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm texting my boyfriend like, oh my God, this girl just passed out. I don't know what to do. This, and that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm texting my mama like, I don't know what's going on. Like, help me. I don't know what to do. So, you know, she ended up coming too in the midst of that. So I'm telling you, like, this process in my head, it took a long time, but she probably was like that for probably like 20 seconds, like not even, I don't know. So she comes to, you know, she like pops right up. So I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? There's some scary ass shit, some scary movie ass shit. Like, I don't know. So, you know, she come to y'all. When I say she's sweating bullets, like she just ran a motherfucking marathon, like whole face, forehead, everything covered in sweat. I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, you know, can you give me some water? So I go to the little vending machine. Meanwhile, I'm still texting like, okay, she just came back too. I'm really like shaking up, like my body's shaking, like I'm shaking, like I'm just like, oh my God, like what? I don't know. So, you know, she come to y'all. When I say she's sweating bullets, like she just ran a motherfucking marathon, like whole face, forehead, everything covered in sweat. I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, you know, can you give me some water? So I go to the little vending machine. Meanwhile, I'm still texting like, okay, she just came back too. I'm really like shaking up, like my body's shaking, like I'm shaking, like I'm just like, oh my God, like what? So she comes out. And you know, when she comes out, she wants to wipe the sweat like off her forehead and stuff. And she comes back into the room. So I'm like, you know, like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, well, you know, what happened? Like, what do you think happened? And she's like, I just have, you know, like these really bad panic attacks. And you know, like sometimes like I can't control them or whatever the case may be. And it's like, you know, I can understand that. I never have had a panic attack. I don't know what that's like, but I'm also not a person that, you know, can't put myself in somebody's shoes, or, you know, I'm not a person that don't believe in stuff like that. You know, you got some people that be like, that shit, people be faking, da da da. Like, mental health is real, anxiety is real, panic attacks are real. So I didn't take that as if she was lying or anything like that. So, you know, she just come back in the room like, okay. I'm like, baby. You almost let me have a heart attack. Panic attack, heart attack. 2 attacks in this motherfucker. Like, no, I'm not doing it. So, you know, I'm like, you know, do you think that we should continue, you know, trying to give her a little hint, like, I'm not finna finish your nails right now because, baby, I'm shaking. I don't feel comfortable. You ain't finna put that on me twice. So she was like, you know, like, yeah, we can. And I'm like, you know what, actually, I really don't feel comfortable, you know, like, that really just kind of like, scared me. And she was just like, okay, or whatever. And I'm like, you know, we can reschedule. So we ended up rescheduling, but that was just basically it. Like, you know, I was like nervous, and yeah, so we ended up rescheduling. And you know, I was nervous, so I had wigs. So I ended up going home, and I'm just telling my mom, and I'm telling my girlfriend everything that happened. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, that shit is crazy. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I just never, ever, ever thought that would happen or whatever. And they had their own theories of what they think happened. But, you know, who's to say? We don't know what happened, so I'm not even going to say that on cam. But, yeah, we don't know. She said it was a panic attack, so we're going to say it was a panic attack. But yeah, so I ended up telling her, like, you know, we can reschedule, but I was telling them, like, damn, like, you know, I kind of don't want to take her as a client no more, because for me, like I said, it was very traumatizing. So it's like, if I take you as a client, you know what I'm saying, like again, like I'm going to be scared the same thing is going to happen. But I ended up, you know, they were just like, you know, just do it, like make sure you like book her on a day where it's like a lot of people in the shop, which is usually like the weekend. So I ended up telling her to come like on a day, and she ended up coming, and it ended up being fine. But I was just still, I'm always just still so nervous, because it's like, girl, don't pull that shit you put on me last time, because that is a lot, y'all. Like that is a lot. Like I don't play when it comes to stuff like that. Like my little sister, like I grew up with her having seizures, you know what I'm saying, like on the side of me. So when people like pass out or do things like that really, I think it's like triggering for me, because it's like, damn, like you really unconscious, or you have a chance of dying from shit like that. So I just really don't, I don't fuck with it. And it's like, I be trying to think like, okay, well, what if it happened again to you? Like, what would you do? I don't know. Like, I can't even say, y'all, like the first thing I went to, because I didn't want to call. So this was my thing. I had an issue where, you know, I like to call the police on people or for people. Like one time, you know, we driving and I seen like a lady who was like passed out, and I called the police. Like, you know, this lady dead in her car. Mind your business. Just mind y'all. Take my advice. Mind your business. Because that lady came back too, and I sounded crazy on that phone. Like, oh, wait a minute, she not dead. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to call 911, and then she was okay, and then they come, and then it's like, you know, that's a waste of their time. That's a waste. It's like, who want to do that? It's like I'm playing on their phone at that point. Like, but yeah, like that basically was the end of the story. Like she passed out. She said it was a panic attack. I know it wasn't from anything that I did, because I follow the rules. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So I need y'all to give this video a thumbs up. I need y'all to comment. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to subscribe. Yeah, and follow me and stay tuned for more videos.
I just wanna show you up.